So a number of you guys have been asking, what is member in the box? And this was created by Florida, maybe about 2-3 years ago. And we realized that our individual networks were doing orientation and onboarding totally different from each other. So the idea is to put together member in the box so you can do the onboarding in the same way and to provide you with the information to make it easier for you. So Florida got together with Texas and California to create a member in the box, but then we made it our own. So we have improved on it. Put yourself on mute. Someone is typing. Thank you so much. So, member in the box. I just like to ask a simple question. How did you feel when you walk into a room, and why did you join Women Council? Take yourself off mute, and one or two of you just tell me what was your reason for joining and how did you feel when you came in?
I didn't have much of a choice. There was a person named Candy Evett Miles that I gave birth to about 40 years ago. And she insisted to tell me how great it is and to be a part of Women's Council. And so I didn't really have a choice, but I have really come to embrace it, and I'm really happy to be here.
Great. Anyone else?
I had been part of WCR, Women's Council Realtors, in 25 years ago in Utah. I was the vice president-elect there. And so things happened and life happened. I ended up going to South America. And I came back, and when I decided to come back into real estate, I started in Miami, but I couldn't, be honest, I couldn't get comfortable in which network to join. And when I moved to Sarasota, I told myself, I am joining no matter what. I don't care where I am, because I miss the camaraderie and the learning and the helping each other out. So the friendship, you know, you're in a new area, and it was like, I'm moving to Sarasota. I need to meet people, not just for the business part, it's just getting to know what's going on in the community also. So, and be part of it. So that's why I joined.
Okay. So the first day you walked into the room, tell me what happened. How did you feel when you walked into the room that first day? Next slide, Beate. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, the first time, on both occasions, the first time I went in Utah, I was, to be honest, I was in a state where I was the only Latin person in that community in real estate. And I was treated like gold. I felt so special. Everybody's like, welcome, come in, come and join us and sit down. And, you know, they invited me to every event. They wanted me to be part of everything. So it was great. And Sarasota, the same thing. It was like, oh, you're Mimi. You're the one that's been looking for it. I said, yes, I am. So they're like, welcome me. They were texting me, emailing me, and making sure that I was part of the WCR, Women's Council Realtors.
Okay, so what happened when a member walk in and this is what they see? The next slide, Beate. We have had members who have walked into a room and everyone is on their phone. No one acknowledged them, or they turn their back. And a big one, and I'm telling you because this also happened to me, is I could not find a seat. There's napkins that is thrown over a seat and you're told you cannot sit there, right? how do we ensure that our members are treated and welcome by all of your members, your current members? All new members walking through the door should be acknowledged. I ask you, what are ways that you're using in your network to acknowledge a new member? How do you identify a new member? Again, take yourself off mute and tell me.
Good morning,
Charmaine.
President. So sorry.
Go
You're
ahead,
welcome.
April.
Good morning, everyone. April Holloy, WCR Jax. I think one of the ways that we ensure that we're being proactive in our approach to membership is we have one of the most amazing membership chairs. Her personality is bubbly. She is wonderful. She's welcoming and inviting. We make sure she's at every event, and she's our primary point of contact for our members. But we also monitor every week, twice a week, our membership roster. So we know who's coming to our network, and we make sure that we send them those welcome emails. Our president does. We are very much for the member engagement part. So we're always making sure that any new members, existing members, they feel the value in being a part of our network. So it's very important to us.
Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Lacey. I'm the membership director here at the Ocala Marion County chapter. And one of the things that we do is after we do our introduction at our events or mixers, we acknowledge our new members. If they're in the room, we actually have them stand up and we welcome them officially. We kind of give them an official round of applause. Thank you for joining. We've also established ambassadors in our chapter that are members who want to take a little step further in their leadership role that aren't necessarily on the board, but have been either new to Women's Council or longstanding that, again, wanted to do a tier up on their leadership journey. And they actually have sashes that we provided them. So they are the welcoming team. They go out and make friends. They make sure that if a new person's there or any member in general, they don't sit alone. They are not kind of off by themselves in a corner, not being mingled with. We make sure that they are brought into the group of people and engage them in conversation. So we've kind of outreached into our own little knit group of people and invited them to go a little further with their members. And it kind of opens the door for them to make friends.
I love that. How do you identify new members? And I'll tell you what some networks are doing. They're using colored armbands. So once they come and sign in at the door, they get a color armband. So all the members of the network will know that person is new. So everyone will go over and say, hey, welcome. They also have, I know for me, when I came to Port St. Lucie the first time, I got a big colored sticky 4x4. And it said, Charmaine, new member. So everyone knew that I was new and they came over and welcomed me. You should find some way to identify new members so that everyone who is in the network can say welcome, right? Now, we talk about we are a network of successful realtors. Success is not in the dollar amount. Success is how we treat people when people walk through our door, how we welcome them, how we guide them, right? How we explain the culture of Women's Council to them. Because we will not be successful if they walk in and we treat them really, really badly by not acknowledging them and they leave with a bad experience. They will not come back. Hence, we will not be successful. So when you look at the goals of your network, It's easy to say, I know one network say, oh, we are going to increase by 50% this year. So you get 30 members sign up this year and you're excited, your numbers go up. But at the end of the year, you lose those members because they don't feel a part of the family. They don't feel a part of Women Council. They don't understand what Women Council have to offer. And I always say, you cannot run in for a month or two and run out and get the full picture of what the council is about. So it is our responsibility to engage them and to keep them in by explaining to them what is the value, giving them a roadmap of the various steps into Women Council. It's not just the first step when you walk in for the lunch. It's more than that. And that's why you as membership director and events director, president-elect, the entire board, that is why your job is so important with onboarding. So the first touch for us is very important, and everybody wants to know what is in the box. What is in the box is what you're doing. It's just that you're not realizing what you're doing and putting everything together. The reason why we also created this box is because when you go to the website, national website really, to find the information, it's all over the place. And you get lost. Where do I find this information? Where do I find that? So what we have done is put everything that you need in a box. So let's unwrap this box together, right? The goal is, as I said, to make this first year experience a VIP experience. And you guys know my favorite saying, Maya Angelou said, it's not what you say or what you do. People will forget all of those things, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And if I did not feel welcome when I went to Port St. Lucie, I would not return. If they didn't love on me, I would not return. So it's important for us to engage and let these people feel good. We also need to explain to them the value of their membership. We also need to let them know that they are with a group of professional people, right? Not everyone just come for education. Not everyone come for leadership. But a number of people, most of us come so we can connect with others, build a relationship, right? I see you, Millie. Build a relationship, learn from each other, because some of you are already doing fabulous in your business, but then you want to connect with other people. So this is what you want that first year experience to be, where they can say, oh my God, I went to a Women Council event and I met some awesome professional people, right? So this is what we put together as the first touch. Well, not the second touch. Once the presidents receive the notification that there's a new member, that president needs to call that member and say, welcome. And I know it's not easy, depending on the size of your network and how many members are coming in. But a call from the president, come on. That member would be like, oh my God, the president called me. and say welcome. So your president should at least schedule half an hour a week to make calls to the new members. These calls take 3 minutes just to say welcome. The next call to that new member will come from you, membership directors. And your call, your conversation will be to set time to meet with that member. I know we do a lot of Zoom, but come on, you can meet them somewhere for coffee, have lunch with them, because now you want to get to know this new member and to build a relationship. In that conversation, you're also going to ask them for their photo, headshot. Because then you now need to promote them on social media, big announcement, this is our new member. You're also going to ensure that you have the date for your orientation. So you're going to provide them with that date as well. Now, because all of us are so busy and we tend to forget, we have created a tracking sheet for the new member onboarding. So in the blue, you will see everything that the president needs to do. And accountability is important. So when the president makes that call, she will make a note. When the president forget to make the call, the membership director will know, because there's no indication here that the president followed through with the call, because there's no date that this was done. The next follow through is the membership director. Did you do the welcome interview? The date that you did the welcome interview should be noted. The date that you received the photo of the new member should be noted. The date that you pass this on to social media should be noted. The date that social media announced the new member should be noted. Why? Because we forget. I forget so many things. So I have to write it down and follow up. And this is not only for the president and the membership director. If you're not able to, you have a chair for recruiting, you have a retention chair, you have other members on the board who can jump in and make sure that all these tasks are completed. Fair enough? Again, it's on all of us. So also in the box is the new member orientation. We are providing you with everything that you need to make sure that you can do this orientation. We're going to provide you with the best practice for orientation. Don't have your orientation in a bar, at a restaurant. Have your orientation in a professional setting. Use your local association office. Use your community center. That's where you should be doing your orientation, where you do not have a lot of noise. The orientation is the responsibility of the membership director. I know a lot of people think it's the president. No, it's not. It's the membership director, the president-elect, and all board members should be there. But if they're not there, at least the president and the president-elect need to show up. And you, as the membership director, conducts the orientation in collaboration with your president. Now, don't go tell your president that Charmaine say, no, they should not be doing the orientation. I didn't say that. I said in collaboration with your president, right, to do the orientation. You guys can decide, depending on your network, who should take the lead on what subject matter to be discussed at the orientation. Okay. Now, these are the things in the box for you, and it is super easy. The welcome letter from your president is in the box. There's no need for them to do anything. The template is there. Pull the letter, put in the network information, send the letter. The interview template that you're going to get so that you can sit with that new member and learn about them. The questions that you need to ask. You can tweak this and add other questions. It's in the box. We have also created a template for the new member announcement. I've seen some new member announcements that are really fabulous. Okay, put yours here. But what this does is remind you of things that need to be done, right? Create your own. If you cannot create your own, here is one there for you. There's also a form outlining the different project teams for your network. Each network is different. So tweak that project team form and add whatever new team you have, well, project team. Find out from the member, what are they interested in? What are their goals? If they're just here to feel, I know one person said to me, I'm just here to feel it out, to see if I like it. That's okay. But what do you like doing? One person loves to do centerpieces. So right away, you throw them on event to help with coordinating that. But this form is here for you. Next item, Beate. So when you're going to introduce your members, your new member, you should make sure that there's nothing you're going to forget, like the person's name. It's the worst thing you can do is say, let her new member stand up and you say, oh, what's your name again? Come on. So here's a new member script, exactly how you need to do it. Again, tweak it and make it your own. And then the big one, the new member orientation. We provide you with a timeline for your orientation, the agenda for your orientation, a PowerPoint for your orientation. Everything is in the box. Graphics on Women Council then and no, just in case you don't know where to find it. It's right here. And these are the things that you need to communicate to a new member. Someone walking in through the door that know just about your network, that it's Women Council, they don't know the history. They don't know how many members we have in Women Council. You need to show them that this is not just right here in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is one of 28. So you need to show them the bigger picture with the state, the bigger picture with national. So they realize that this is not just a little organization that is in the middle of nowhere. A one-off, a ladies' club. That's not us. You need to tell them about the networking, right? all of that is in your box. And I know Beata ran away to the other slide. You need to make sure that you have pictures of all the new members who will be at the orientation. Put it up there, highlight them. People love to see their name in lights. And find out, when you do your interview, find out what they like, right? This one maybe love horses, love to swim. So then you're going to introduce a person. Hey, here is April. Did you know that April was a swimmer? And just something to make it more personal, to let that person feel good, right? You also need to make sure that at the orientation, you have all your events, that you can list a schedule of your events so you can give to that new member. Because then they can plan ahead of time if they're able to attend next month or the following month. Again, everyone is busy. So if they know in advance, then they can show up. In the box is also the guide of how you sign up for Radius. Everything you need to know, the benefits of Women Council. And if you guys don't know what Radius is, go on the website, go learn about it. You cannot speak to it if you don't know. And if you don't know, it's okay to pull in someone on your leadership team or another member who know about Radius to speak on it. You don't have to do everything, right? At the state level, I don't do everything. I would go crazy. Then how would I be selling real estate? You pull in people and give them small tasks to do, okay? This is a good graphic. How do they fit into the bigger picture? The local network, the state, and national. You see that graphic? It's because the local network is so important. If we don't have the local network, we don't have state. We don't have national. We also need our new members. And for that, say, all our members to understand the pathway to leadership. We need to let them know what is available at the local level, what's available at the state level, what's available at the national level. Not everyone wants to go all the way, but if they do, maybe not today, tomorrow, next month, but probably next year, they need to understand that journey. And who should you invite to your orientation? Not only your new members, you should also invite, someone say, I should not say potential, I should say prospective members. People who you think might benefit from Women Council. Other Realtor members who are asking you, what is this thing called Women Council? They don't have to be members to come to a membership orientation. Invite them. Invite other members who did not get the opportunity to go through member orientation. Because maybe when you schedule it at the time, they were not able to make it. So invite them to the next one. We recommend that you have an orientation at least 4 times for the year, every quarter, right? And then we ask you, when you're finished all of that, how do you still engage those new members? You don't know everything. You find people who were there before you, who know and understand Women Council, to be mentors, to be ambassadors. Everyone needs a friend that they can call and ask questions. I know some networks have ambassadorship program, mentor program. It doesn't have to be a large network. Your network can have 35 members and you have 2 who are mentors and ambassadors. Because these new members don't want to get lost. They want to make sure that if they have a question, there's someone they can tap and ask the question. The president and the board and the membership director cannot do everything. You need to have ambassador or mentor who can call and check on these people. You know, this person normally come to meeting every month or every 2-3 months, but then you don't see them for a while. Your Sunshine Committee, your ambassador program. This is how we keep the touch going for the year. So I ask you, it's easy. I told you, remember, in a box is half an hour, right? How do you in your network, oh, yes, thank you, Beate. I see that slide, you can take it out, thank you. Thank you. How do you, and I want you guys to share with each other, how do you do membership and membership onboarding in your network? What are some of the best practice you have so you can share with others? None? So you're not doing any onboarding? You're not doing anything?
I'll come in, Charmaine, Evelyn. I am Women's Council Broward Membership Director. So I was on the board last year. So taking this new position, one of the biggest things that I've done that we've seen great results is what you mentioned, just inviting as many people as possible that we know are not members to show them the value through some of our events or some of our online, Zooms that we have. It just shows them the community that we have built. So when we go tell them or, rave about Women's Council, they see it, they see how we embrace everybody that walks in the room obviously gets welcomed with a warm smile and we tell them how happy we are there. So for us, most of the members that have signed up so far under my year has been that anyone that I have come across in real estate, what are you doing next Wednesday? We have a Women's Council event, come on over. We send them the link and that has been a great success for us, inviting non-members and just showing them, and it's worked wonderfully.
I have
Charmaine?
one for you, Madam President. Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, I don't know who you're addressing.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Amy.
Oh, thank you so much, Madam President. I was going to say that one thing that we do is before each event that we are going to have, we send out personal invitations to each and every member. So I make sure to email them before the events so that they may have not have seen it on social media or didn't see the calendar. So I make sure to reach out to them personally so that they attend our events.
Thank you. When you come on, just say your name and network so we know. Okay, go ahead, ladies.
Hi, Madam President. This is Beth Kuhn with the Cape Coral Fort Myers network. What we have done last year and we're continuing this year is every event that we're having, we are constantly calling them and just making sure that they've heard about it, kind of like what Amy said. But I feel like we're on the phone all the time calling them and just saying, hey, did you hear about it? Are you coming? We would love to see you. I can't wait to meet you if they haven't come to anything. So that is, I think, one of our successes that we engage with.
And you don't have to do everything. You have retention and renewal chair and recruiting chair, different task force project team, Contabiate, that you can pull in, because I know it's a lot. It's a lot to do this. And that's why we're trying to put everything together for you in a box to make it easier. Anyone else want to share?
Hi, Anna from Miami-Dade. So this year, I'm membership director this year. So what I've implemented is really kind of just what Madam President has just said, is really involve a committee. So I have a person who's in charge of communications for emails and texts, which we do for every single event, and just actually sometimes some random check-ins. How are you? Then I have social media, obviously, which is a different communications. 2 ambassadors who kind of take note of, we do the colored wristbands, by the way, for the events, so we know who's new and who's not. And they make sure to make that they meet the right people, that they feel welcome at all our events. And we actually are starting a mentorship program. So that's another thing that we are super excited about. And we're starting this by the end of this month. And we have 4 mentors matched up with new members or existing members that want to, learn more, grow. And we're really just not pushing it, but sharing it with everybody, email, text, social media, so that we can encourage people to grow in their leadership and their professional and personal life. And we're really excited about it. So.
Yeah. Do you know that when I have a real estate problem, at times I call a woman council member to walk me through some of the challenges of real estate. And that's because I try to get to know people who I am confident would steer me along the right path. But then I would not know if I did not have a conversation with them. So as a membership director, you need to know your members, right? Tampa, I'm sure I saw.
Maria Elena is from Tampa, and Renee has her hand up too.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Renee.
Hi there. Actually, Minnie just put a note in the comments that she uses the Reach app to send a text message out to all our members. We also have a call tree that we set up where our membership director has 2 other members helping her, and they personally call every member when we have an event or we have something going on to say, hi, how are you doing? How's things going? By the way, were you aware of the event? Not that we sent it out on Eventbrite or Constant Contact 10 million times, but we're letting you know we're having this event. Wanted to personally reach out and say hi. But the Reach app has been helpful too. Very helpful to get the message out.
Okay, so Natalie, we need to know that because I didn't know about Reach app. So you see, knowledge is power. I've just learned something. Reach app.
Reach
so
and it costs maybe $5
for my
a month.
Business, right?
It is $5 a month. I put it as free in there, but that is not true. It's almost free. It's $5 a month.
For the service, yes, $5 I'll pay. Renee?
Good morning, Madam President. I'm Renee Beechler from Naples on the Gulf. And my membership director, Mary Catherine Dugan, is not on today, but I just wanted to say we've been using membership in a box from the beginning. And in addition to what everyone else is doing, which is amazing, when at our events, she has a small committee. We call each member before each event, but at the event, we're really strategic. We color code each of the tables. And when you walk in, you're handed a color, and we're trying to put a new member with a mentor or somebody who's a seasoned member. In addition, we try to mix up the strategic partners so that, therefore that everyone can network and the new members feel comfortable. And usually as board members, we divide ourselves up as well and make sure that we greet each new member at the door.
Yeah, and yeah. I love that. I was telling Beata yesterday when we were preparing for this, 2017, when I was president, I was the first one to reach to the event. That time we used to have a luncheon like every first Wednesday. I would stand at that door and I greet every single member that walked through every person that walked through that door. And from that door, I went directly to the lectern. So that means I had to prepare my talking points for that meeting before. And when I leave that lectern, my next step was back at that door.
Nice.
And I said, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I, you know, people are leaving and I'm saying thank you. But
Love
you
it.
don't have to do that. You can have someone else. You can have your membership director. You can have a past president. You can have just someone to be there to say welcome, someone else to be there to say thank you for being here. It's the touch.
It's great. Love it.
Right. Anyone else want to share what they're doing?
Madam President, I would like to add and echo April Holloy, WCR Jax. I am the first vice president. I have to believe with my whole heart we have the best membership director on this side of the Mississippi, Miss Amy Trahan, but I know Amy can't do it all. So as a member of the board and a valued member of WCR, I tried to do what was done for me, which is give them that world-class experience when they come to our network, to make them feel valued and appreciated, to educate myself as to why I chose WCR and what the values and benefits are. So when they ask me, I can speak intelligently and intuitively about that. And also our president, who is absolutely phenomenal. We just got the best. I mean, Margarita Kavanaugh, she's our president-elect, but they really teach us about member engagement. So everything we do and our network is about membership engagement. So we let our new members get up and they do the pledge, and you know, they may introduce our sponsors, our strategic partners. They do all of that so that they not only feel, you know, like they're new, but they're also involved already. So we let them be boots on the ground right out the gate. So, I mean, I could go on, and I don't want to take up too much time, but I think this training is very good. Although I'm not the membership director, I'm learning new things to help me to be more of an asset to my network. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Samantha?
I just want to share a little bit. So I met Margot Willis at Wire in 2022. And she was one of the first people. I had no idea who she was. She came up to me and she's like, "We're so glad you're here." And that stuck with me so much. And now I make it a point to tell everyone who comes to our meetings that I'm so glad that they're there, and we're so glad that they're there. And we actually had a member that is a guest at our last meeting who's a member at another network. And she was like, "You guys are the friendliest bunch. You're so fun." And I think that's a huge part of it too, is, you know, obviously we're there to run a meeting. We have an agenda, we have a schedule to follow, but have fun with it as well. Because if everything's just so to the point, people aren't enjoying. I mean, they might enjoy what they're getting out of it, but you want to make yourselves warm and inviting too. And that's one thing that our network is really, really striving to do. And I mean, we're getting great feedback from that. So, and we have, we also made a little QR code with our link tree on there. So we're handing it out to new members or just guests in general, so they can go there and literally get everything that they need to know about our network from that QR code. So it's just this tiny little thing, but it seems to be helping.
It will help, because I know previously people would be like, "Oh, she's the president. I can't go to her. I can't speak to." You know, I went to an event maybe a year or two ago when I was first vice president. And someone came to me and said, "This lady said she wanted to meet you, but she don't know if she should come and speak to you." I'm like, what? She see the president or the first vice president or the executive line, and they're like, "Oh my God, I don't know if I can go speak with her." Guys, we're just like you. We just have a different job. We're just in a different place. But we have been here. And one thing I can tell you about our team, we are all about hugs and high five and hey, what's up? Because we want you to know that we will love on you, genuinely love on you, because we respect what you do. We know it's not an easy job. And we know that you being the boots on the ground is where it all starts. We cannot be a state line without you guys. So we're open to helping, to training, and to providing you with all the tools that you need to be successful and to keep your renewal, your retention, to keep that going. Any more comments? All right, so we have Denora, Denise, Natalie, you guys have anything to share?
Good morning, everyone. I love the feedback that everyone had, and we all learned from each other. And it circles back to where the membership in a box started this morning, where it's about how you feel. And that's the one thing that we always want to make sure that we're making them, our new members very welcome. So count on us to continue putting together things that would help you and your local network, but it really is within for you to execute that love throughout.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules to attend this. I hope you gained valuable information, and even if you already knew a lot of this, just getting the refresher sometimes is that little extra oomph you need. And know that we are here for you. Whatever we can do to assist you in keeping your members happy, contented, and enthusiastic about the council, that's our priority, because we're family, right? This is where we go to feel at home in our real estate worlds. At least that's my personal experience with my home network. When I walk in the doors, I'm like, that's my family. I'm not in competition with them, and I just that's what I love about people, is it's the place that we can go and get the assistance and the advice we need, even if it's just getting a hug because your transaction fell apart, right? So love you guys, and I am so appreciative that I'm 2,000 strong in my family. So have a great Friday.
Good morning, everyone. Again, thank you all for attending. And I just want to say, we truly appreciate how you make us feel when we come to your events or when we see you. The feeling, I know Jacksonville had mentioned, you all came to an event in Gainesville, which was phenomenal, that y'all showed up, drove all the way to Gainesville, and you made myself, you made South Lake, you made everyone, North Lake, you made everyone feel so welcome. And, and many events that I've attended, installations at the networks, at conference, and we hope that we do the same to you all. Because at any time, it doesn't matter if you have a question that has to do with the treasurer, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Natalie, Denora, Charmaine, Beata. We're all here to help you, and I hope you all feel that way. So if you have any questions at all, even if it's not our position at the state level, if we can't help you, we will get the answer and be there for you. So we appreciate everything y'all do. Thank you.
Madam President, you didn't call my name, so I'm just stepping up and talk.
Hey, Beata.
So I have not a lot to talk about this because Denise, Natalie, Denora, and Charmaine already said everything that I feel as well. I want to keep you posted to a few changes within the member in the box. We updated a few items. We updated our PowerPoint. We have the new scripts in there. And I will upload them into your state shared network folder. So you might want to check. A few things are still the old versions because there's nothing that has changed, but there are some new things that you might like more, hopefully. That's all from me. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Beate. So, guys, to put this together, membership in the box provide you with all the tools that you need for your onboarding of a new member. And we have a 1-year plan. What should happen within the first quarter? You must do your orientation. What should happen from month 4 to 7? Everything is in the plan. In the box also is the PowerPoint for you to use at your orientation. You might need to tweak it somewhat, right, to mirror your network, but there's a PowerPoint. There's an agenda for you to follow, and the agenda mirrors the PowerPoint. You don't need to go figure out, how should I do this? What should I do first? What should I do second? It's there. Suggestion on where you should have it, it's there. The information on pathway to leadership, it's there. The interview template, again, so you can get to know your members, it's there. Do not reinvent the wheel, as they say. All you need to do is tweak and upload your different information, put in pictures of your board. I didn't remember that, but the template is there. All you need to do for every orientation is, reshape the wheel. Yes, of course. It's just add the photos of all your board members. That's a must. Because people want to know who is the president. They might know you as the membership director and they might receive a call from the president. People want to know who is on the board, who is leading this network, right? So everything is in the box, hence membership in the box with the onboarding procedure that we are rolling out to you, that a number of networks are using, and they're using it successfully. If there is some training that you need or some suggestion that you have, because we're all learning. If you think there's something else we could throw in that box, just like this new app that you guys just gave us, share with each other so that we can be successful in our networks, and then Florida can maintain our 2,000 numbers, all because we are showing value and we're making everyone feel welcome, and that their membership, the big thing, their membership is not just a number. It's not a number. It's that we value their membership. We value their input. We value their feedback. And we value their help to help each other. That makes sense? Okay, guys. We are right on target. Thank you guys so much